this, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. After 2 weeks on the road, they're finally ready for the home opener at Arrowhead Stadium. Standing by on the call, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here. They can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in April's draft, and also the Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma. Stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Hey,
now on 2nd and 13, Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree able to get him for a loss of about 3. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility. And we walk past the defensive meeting room.
And the pressure gets to him again. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Watson. And this one caught by Des Bryant. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now it's Watson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On first down, it's Watson. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Throwing again on second down. Watson buying time to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Breida on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a first down throw. Watson steps away to his left. Complete to Bryant. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first.
This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. 6-0 our score after 1. To throw, it's Murray. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. From the 36, Murray. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Watson on first down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. After the sack on first down, Watson, Bryant has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. To try again after the sack. Watson, it's caught by Bryant. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Watson on third down. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down inside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the red zone now, Watson being chased out left. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Mike, check, 59. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike, part 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
We got this.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On third down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing again is Watson. And Bryant's got it over the middle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Murray now to throw. And Matthews makes a grab. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Watson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there?
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's Watson, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Switch up, switch up. Hey, 59. Safety's creeping. Kill. Hey, alert 3. Hey, 24.
From the end zone, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
54. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming after you.
Here's Watson to throw from his end zone. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they work this out past the 25. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A pass complete here to Conley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. He's got the hookup with Conley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Watson now to throw. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done. And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter. Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line. And the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing on first down is Murray. This to Jarwin. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Murray. He finds Matthews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays? That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Murray. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try to run with Carson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run again with Carson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down. And that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there. You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. Slant, slant, slant.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg, rolling to his right, and this is going to be incomplete. It was Minka Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray. And he hits his man, Matthews. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Here's McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. McCoy. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it with McCoy. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback.